Hey, what's up everybody? It's Warlock. Welcome to my new video. I'm gonna be showing my Wes Craven's new Nightmare Freddy Krueger figure, and I customized it. So I just wanted to do a figure review and also show some of the work that I've customized. Before I get to it, I just gotta say I'm not extremely happy with it. I did this a while ago. It's been well over a year, maybe close to 2 years that I did this, and I would like to revamp it again. But before I get to it, also I gotta say that this is the most trouble I've had with a sculpt, painting wise, because I just had a lot of trouble. It's kind of hard for me to explain, but these spots right here where his actual burns are were really hard for the paint to stick and to show a difference. There was like almost like a purplish red over here that I wanted to change, and it was very difficult for me to change it. So that's what I wanted to say, and I'll show it to you right now. I have different lighting in this video because I think it looks better in this lighting. It's I'm not really that happy with the job I did. Really sloppy, but one day I'll revamp it and I'll show it again. But here it is. This is this Sideshow Collectibles figure, by the way, and there's some of the job I did. You know, it's not some of it's not too bad, and the skin tone, the skin pigmentation, I'm very happy with. I'm happy with the colors. It's just I don't know, it was something with this part right over here. The paint wasn't sticking. There was something wrong. I don't know. um I don't know if that part of the sculpt is different. I don't know what Sideshow did there, what that made it harder for me. But you know, I added some gloss, and I'll zoom in a little bit. I'm kind of embarrassed of some of the job I did, so I'm not gonna show the whole thing, but you could see I made him dirtier. The original paint job on it was pretty what's the right word, plain, just plain. It was very plain, and I went by references how he looked in the film, and he was like much more dirtied up. So the paint job I did almost works because he was kind of sloppy in the movie, but you know, that's, I don't know. I'm kind of trying to find excuses for the job I've done. But anyway, that's the, you know, that's what I did on as far as the paint on the sculpt. The clothes, I didn't do too much to, you know, I didn't do anything to. I just like positioned his collar here. I have it up more. I don't know if you can see that with the flash on it. His face is you can't see it, but you could get the idea of the coat here. It's more up. In the movie he had it something like that, you know, like a little bit down. And going down, I'll take the flash off. You could see awesome sweater. Great job by Sideshow Collectibles. And this is an old figure, you know, I've had it for 9 years, but I figured I'd review it because, you know, I know like people like these reviews. I know some people are subscribed to me for them, so I just wanted to show this. And the glove, I think I did a little bit too, maybe dirtied it up, but for the most part, the glove I also had a lot of trouble painting. I don't know. You know, I'm fairly new at this, so, you know, if there's people out there who are very experienced, you know, just give me a break. You know, I'm very new at this, so I've done it, you know, half a dozen times maybe, and this was probably the maybe the third one I worked on or something like that. I don't know. But here, I'll give you a look. Nice. They did a brand new sculpt just for the boots. And the pants were over the boots and down here. And I put them up to make them as much as I could to make them look like they were tucked in, like in the film. He has them tucked in. And there's that. And now I'm gonna show what it comes with, the box. So you can see just how cool this is, the actual box, and with the flash on, it looks so awesome. I mean, it looks even better on camera than in person. That's like a rare thing, but it's the case here. It looks really cool. It's like the nightmare world that Nancy was falling in. You can see her falling there through Freddy's mouth and down into descending into his hell, and that's just pretty sweet. So there's that, and he also comes with this hat. Didn't do anything to it, you know. It's a pretty nice hat. It looks decent. It looks better in person, but I'll show you what he looks like with it on, if I can get him to stand. See, I don't want to like scrape the paint off, you know. So if you could just imagine, it looks pretty bad with the flash on, but you kind of get the idea from that. And this was also the exclusive version that came with this. The tongue phone. So I'll give you a good look on it, and then I'll tell you what I think. I'm not sure if you could really see it, but there's actual teeth in there too. See, so it's one color going. So I think this is a little bit too cartoonish, and if you look over here in the box, you see I got the tie here. This is the first time I've ever taken it out. The first time I've ever really looked at it, and I gotta say it is a little cartoonish. I wish they went a more realistic route, because this could have been a real cool feature. It still is. I don't mean to be all nitpicky, but you know, if I'm gonna critique it and be perfectly honest, it is a bit cartoonish and silly. Looks almost like something out of a scary movie or something, and it almost looks a little off, because this looks like the part where like you hear from, but it came out of like the mouthpiece part where you talk out of the receiver, and it looks a little mixed up to me, but maybe that's just me. But anyway, I don't want to spend all day on it. But here's the box. Probably should have did this in order, you know, show the box first, but I don't know, my reviewing style's all cockeyed. But here's the box. It's pretty cool. Again, a really old figure. I think I bought this in '06. And there's the back. They have some pictures on there of Freddy. So I'm gonna cut right here, and once I come back, I'm gonna show what Freddy looks like with the coat off. Okay, so we're back here, and I have him without the coat on, but if you want to see, before I get to the actual figure without the coat on, I'll show you the actual coat. It's pretty a little disappointing when you look in it, because it's very shabby looking, you know. It's just, they only sewed it on the top in a few places, but they sewed it extremely well along the sides, and you can see the bottom there. So, you know, I don't know why they half-assed it once they got to the top. they kind of ruined a nice jacket. Well, not ruined, but you know, it's just a little disappointing. So there's the jacket, and here's the figure without the jacket on. And he does look better than I remember him being without the jacket on. I haven't had him without the jacket on in a very long time, but he looks a little bit better than I was expecting him to look. As far as his upper body, we're just talking about the upper body right now. In the film, he's very built. I mean, on Robert Englund, they made they gave him like padding for his arms and made him pretty convincing as far as making him look like his arms were bigger, his biceps, his chest, forearms, shoulders, everything. He looked like a monster in that movie. And you can see it in that scene too, where he texts Nancy and he has his coat off. It's pretty cool. But this figure, you know, they needed a bigger body and they didn't use it. And also, the sleeves should come down a little bit further. This ugly, what's that called? Like the peg, and it, as you can see it, like the joint. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. The joint is showing, and it's pretty nasty looking. And what I didn't bring up before, I also repainted the hand. Now this hand comes with all the Freddys for the Sideshow, or at least the ones I own. So it's not a new hand, but I'm happy with the paint job I did on it. It's pretty, I did the best I could. And in the film, he has just one big burn here. One big burn, and then the rest is kind of like, you know, it's burned, but not as badly as that one spot. Similar to what they were doing on the head. You know, they made a few really bad burns. That's what they did on the hand, and the paint job they did didn't reflect that at all. So I tried my best to change that. And you can't see anything without the flash, but with the flash you can see in the film his pants were not like this. They were very tight and tucked in to his knee-high boots. He had black long boots on, and he had those tight leather pants tucked into the boots. And you know, I just did what I could with what they gave me here, but it's not quite accurate. So I think that's about it, and all I have to say now is thank you to everyone who's subscribed, who's commented, who's liked the video. Thanks a lot. I really appreciate it. And to people who didn't subscribe, if you're watching this, you know, subscribe. I have more stuff coming up. And speaking of that, to segue into that, I have another figure review coming up in the next few days. That'll be next. And then later on, I have figures that I'm working on, but that's going to be a little bit longer. I really just have to sit down and start customizing them, but you know, I have a few surprises lined up. I'm pretty excited for it, so it should be cool. And you know, I didn't buy any figures. Whenever I see a figure that I really want, I'll buy it and I'll be happy to review it. I enjoy doing these. The last one I was looking at was the new Leatherface, which didn't look too bad. They never really nailed Leatherface, and they didn't nail it this time, but it looks okay. I'm thinking about buying it. I'm not sure if I will, but I'm thinking about it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. If you want to, comment below, like the video, you know, share it, whatever. Just thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.